So this week is arguably one of the most important weeks because the business tasks that I've got to do, if I don't execute them accordingly, the whole vision and plan for Unity Transformation Studio could collapse. So the reason this is such an important week, it's because this is when I start the hunt for top class coaches to join my team at the studio. Because as I previously mentioned, there's only so much I can do with one brain, one pair of hands in my time. I cannot fulfill the potential of Unity transformations on my own, and I've got to learn from my mistakes of burnout in my last gym business. So pretty nerve-wracking if I don't execute and find the right people. In a few months' time, I'll be left on my own devices, spinning all the plates, running around like a headless chicken, trying to transform people's lives. And yeah, that's the worst case scenario. As I record this, I've already got a meeting booked in with a PT who used to go to the current gym that I'm at. I'll not say the name. Probably for reasons I know that when I've interviewed people in the past from big commercial gyms, they get really underpaid for the value they bring to their members. They have to work crazy hours on the gym floor, cleaning things, etc. Or you join a studio such as mine, which is going to be results driven, impact driven, and the PTs will be paid for their expertise, not paid to mop the floors. Do you know what I mean? Second thing is to go in local Facebook groups. I've joined a handful of Facebook groups to start posting in to build awareness of the studio itself. But I'm literally going to punch in the search bar in the group's personal trainer, see if there's any recommendations. Then I'll approach them privately. Then the third way I'm going to try and hunt for coaches is to ask the waiting list itself. If any of you guys are on the waiting list and you know a PT who you've had great experience with, really gives a shit, people's person, he's got personality, he's got crack, ticks all these boxes, big ask, right? Drop me a personal message and I'll get in touch with them as soon as possible. That's my plan. And then later I'm going to be doing some testimonials for guys who are finishing their online 6-week challenge. So that will give you some insight to what's possible from an online coaching perspective. People who are going to be joining the studio are going to get the course that I teach my online members, but also you're going to be getting trained 3 times per week as well. So your results will be amazing. We've had quite a few people finish their 6-week challenge during arguably the toughest time of the year on the lead up until Christmas. And despite that, we've got some fantastic transformation results. And I'm just about to start the next testimonial.
6 weeks in, Christ, I'm sat here a different person. You know, I'm back to what I was. I think there was something, a photograph or something, a memory of 8 years ago, I think I seen. And I've not felt like this and looked like this for 8 years.
Wow.
Down to like sort of weight levels, fitness levels. So to anybody who's sitting on the fence thinking, this is going to be a slog and I'm going to get tanned by a PT. It's not that. It's all on you, really. You give the clients the tool and it's on them. And if you really set on doing it, then you'll succeed. And I'll say to anybody, give it a go.
Yeah.
Give it a go and you'll see after 6 weeks how revolutionary it is.
So after concluding my 6-week challenges and seeing the amazing results and the impact just 6 weeks has had on their lives, I'm on a fucking high, to be honest. Like it's what it's all about, you know. I'm absolutely ecstatic, and I can't wait to share the results. Not everybody's open for it, unfortunately. Of course, you've got to respect people's privacy. Some people don't want to publicly show online where they were at the start, which is understandable. 9 times out of 10, people come to me in a bit of a rough place, you know. But for the guys who are open, much appreciated, and hopefully your journeys inspire other people to make changes, and it just has this positive domino effect. And that's the power behind testimonials and reviews. What am I doing next? I'm going to go down to Lidl to get our week groceries in, and I'm currently looking for the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bags that we have previously paid for. If they're not in here, then they're going to be in the boot, hopefully, or the missus might have took them with her. Well, they're not in the house. But let's go to Lidl and I'll take you on a shopping spree. So in terms of the coaching hunt, not a lot of success. I actually have 4 PTs in my spreadsheet. Depending on when I post this vlog, it will either be in this vlog or the next, where I'll let you know if I've had any success. Got the bags. Now let's see if I can record a shopping trip as if it wasn't stressful enough. Luckily, it's not Aldi. you're getting items launched at you at the till. That's why I've left Aldi, in all honesty. And there's some great protein products in Lidl, which is the main driver for me going here, in all honesty. The missus isn't a fan of it. As we enter a cashless society, I've got a trolley trick for you. If you don't know this one already, use your key and stick it in. There we go. Bam! Now the biggest tip I'm going to give you in terms of food shopping is never come on an empty stomach, because that's the first thing that you see when you come to Lidl, and I could easily polish off all of those. Luckily I've had a protein bar. So for people who say time's their biggest constraint, I haven't got the time or energy to cook from scratch, these are what I recommend to my clients: high in protein ready-made meals, fresh ingredients, portion controlled, high in protein, 2 of your 5 a day, ticking all the boxes. Bang them in the microwave when you really can't be bothered, and it just saves the day versus ordering a takeaway. Thai green curry, delicious. Chicken tikka, that was decent. There we go. That's decent as well. Beef and lentil. Also wraps is a good way to plan for you and your partner. So Emily loves ham. I'm going to get her some nice slices of ham here. And we just alternatively make each other wraps for the following day. I prefer tuna, which is a bit of a clot on, draining out the brine, but yeah, she likes ham and tuna. Next up we've got protein rice pudding. Love the stuff. Strange thing is they've all been discounted to 65p instead of 85. Come on. But the dates are okay, so hopefully these aren't related to Arla. If you've seen the controversy about all the products in terms of what they're putting in the cows these days, but hopefully that's not the reason. I'll have to do some research. Some tomatoes for the wraps. Tomato, what do you say? This is going to turn out to be a relatively cheap shop actually, because we've got a lot of stuff in the cupboard still. Peanut butter. Absolutely love the stuff. Everything in this trolley seems to be towards my liking at the minute. I need to start thinking of the missus. Olive's is already sorted. We've got her baby products. Cereal aisle here, bran flakes. Along with being deficient in protein in most people's diets, their fibre tends to be very low as well. And in terms of cereal, this is a very good way to get some fibre in your diet. 8.6 grams of fibre, which is pretty good. To their grub as well. Well, that was a stressful food shop, trying to take video clips of food items while the supermarket is absolutely rammed. I don't know how them YouTubers, influencers do that on a regular basis. But yeah, it's done. It's time to run pack. So the question on my missus' lips will be, how much have you spent? We've got a shit ton of milk because we're going to be transitioning Olive from powder to proper milk. So we've got the blue stuff. So the total cost, if you're wondering, was £69. And that is majority of protein. I'm going to finish this week's vlog. I've actually got no tea and I've drunk it. But use it to grab your attention. I'm going to finish this week's vlog with an important reminder for the waiting list. This is the first time you're going to get a vote on the build out of the studio, in which this week I'm going to be asking for your input on the schedule in terms of small group personal training times. So please do take a couple of seconds within the next few days to put your vote in, because the more data that I can gather from the waiting list, obviously the more optimal I can make the schedule to fit your busy needs. So just off the cuff, typical times will be 6 AM, 7 AM, 8 or 9, probably a mid-morning session. Lunchtime, maybe, if the demand is there. Then we've got prime times on an evening, obviously, 5 p.m, straight after work, 6 p.m. and 7. I'm not going to do any later sessions than that. And then the second thing I'm going to ask you to vote on in the email is, would you prefer fixed time slots or more flexible in terms of a booking system? So quickly go through these for you. So the fixed time slots would be, in your consultation, you will literally pick, depending on what's remaining and how fast you obviously book your consultation. But for this option, you'll literally book in your time slots in terms of, are you going to be a 6 a.m. person 3 times per week, a 7, you know what I mean? You get the picture. Pros of that are, you're guaranteed that time slot, you can be consistent with it, you can build routine, which will eventually feel part of your lifestyle, become habit. Drawbacks to that are, of course, there's no flexibility. That would be your time slot, so if you miss it, you miss it, unfortunately. The other option would be to invest in a booking system, some software where members can book in their time slots at the start of each week. Pros of that being, of course, the flexibility. If you need to do a morning session one morning, you might need to do an evening one day. Something happens with family or work commitments, etc. Then the negatives being, obviously, it's a first come first serve basis, so you might miss out on your optimal time. That's why I'm asking you to vote. It's a tough decision, and I'd like, as I say, throughout this journey, I want your input, not just me making the decisions. That's it for this week. If you are enjoying these vlogs, please do drop me a thumbs up to support the videos. It helps boost the algorithm, and more people can see these, and hopefully more people might be inspired to join the journey and maybe join as a member, whether it be at the studio or online. Other than that, I hope you have a great day. We have officially got 7 days until Christmas. I hope you're feeling festive, and I really can't wait to spend our first family together. Me, Emily, Olive, the dogs. But she can actually appreciate what's going on now, versus last Christmas, she was like a week old. But have a great day. I will see you in the next vlog. See you then.